And it goes through the types of depression, mild depression, moderate depression, severe depression. Moderate depression or a feeling of hopelessness lasts longer and is more intense. Moderate depression is often brought on by a sad event such as the death of a loved one or loss of a job. It usually does not interfere with daily living, but it can become severe. And I think we'd have to put the classification of Parkinson's into severe depression. It can cause a person to lose interest in the outside world, can cause physical changes, and can lead to suicide. That's what killed Robin Williams. He killed himself 2 days after he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. Because for a man that used his face and facial expressions in a lot of his comedy and comedy routines to come to the realization that he would not be able to do that anymore, did not help. And so he took his own life. And that's the thing that we face too. I've had my moments when I was first diagnosed with it. I was diagnosed in March of 2002. And was already showing signs and symptoms 2 years prior to that. I had the arm that wouldn't move, the left arm. I had weakness on the left side. First they thought I'd had a stroke. And then they ruled that out and they did some tests. I would come home from school after teaching, I'd be so fatigued. And I thought, well, that's only natural. When you've got fourth graders all day, that were as active as my classes were, and you got to come home and be a full-time mom and a housewife and get dinner ready and do homework and all that. I got tired, and I would lay down on the sofa, and that would be it. I couldn't get up. Many a night, I would just fall asleep on the sofa and just stay there till morning. My body would just ache so. I wasn't getting anything accomplished. I started having the retropulsion, and I didn't want to go to the doctor because I thought it was just something I was going through, and that it would clear up and go away. And Jim got real frustrated with me and said, "You're going to the doctor." So he made a doctor's appointment, and we went, and she did a full exam. She said, "Well, I think you've had a stroke, but I'm not sure. We're going to send you to a neurologist." So we went to the neurologist, and it took 3 months for him to run different tests and whatnot. And finally he told me, he said, "You have Parkinson's." I said, "I have what?" Denial is the first phase, you know. "I have Parkinson's." I said, "How did I get that? It doesn't run in the family. I have, you know, there's not a gene for it. How, what?" He says, "I don't know." He says, "I'm going to give you some medicine, and if you feel better after you take it and you have more energy and whatnot, then we know it's Parkinson's." So he gave me some carbidopa, which is the synthetic dopamine, and I had to take 1 pill 3 times a day. So I took 2 days off from school because I was not one for taking medicine. I barely took an Excedrin or an Advil. You know, I just didn't like taking medicine. Didn't really need to. It was very healthy. Teaching, playing sports, coaching sports, officiating sports, keeping up with my kids and my husband. We were on the go all the time. So they went to school, my husband and my youngest son. And I took the first pill, and I started to feel a little bit better. And then about 4 hours later, I took the second one, and boy, now I'm really getting energy. I got up and did 8 loads of laundry, cleaned the house, made a cherry pie. He walked in the door at 5 o'clock after basketball practice, after softball practice, and said, "Who are you?" It's a whole different, and so we knew that it was Parkinson's. And since then, the 3 pills have increased to about 25 a day just to be able to move. And that's been for quite a few years now. Thank God for insurance. And the very first motto you have is be a good listener. Parkinson's patients need somebody to talk to more than anything. Because the feelings that run inside are ones of high emotion, low emotion, depression, anxiety, uselessness, abandonment, anger. Yeah, that's another one. I've gotten mad at God many times. And a lot of Parkinson's patients do also. Because like I said, I couldn't understand why that would happen. And it took me a while, and it took me a Stephen minister to understand that God was not punishing me. declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. And then you will call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will hear you. God has plans for all of us. He also gives us the free will to take the road we want to take. And when you look at diseases like this that are, I'm not going to say terminal, but more than chronic, you realize that that plan is maybe not what you wanted, but it's for a reason. And so that happens. Questions before I go any further? My mission is not to get you to feel sorry for me. It's just to relate in a very personal way.
When you go to bed at night, do you relax when you go to
Totally.
sleep? Totally.
Yeah, I mean, I don't move. And that's another problem. I'm having a hard time now shifting from one side to the other. Mm-hmm. My husband went out about this time last year and bought one Tempur-Pedic's top of the line. Mm-hmm. You know, he wanted one for a while. Mm-hmm. And we got the king size. Mm-hmm. And the feet come up, and the back comes up. Grandson just loves it. It's like a carnival ride. He gets in bed with Grandma in the morning. He'll call in. He goes to the early childhood center here because my daughter teaches at the middle school. Jim's still at the high school, and I'm home all by myself every day. And he crawls in bed with me in the morning and puts his little cold feet on me this morning. And he says, Grandma, I want to go up. Insomnia is also one of the side effects of so when you're not getting the rest, that doesn't help your body. It's like a vicious circle, is what it is, you know. Rest is important, but yet you don't want to be laying or sitting all the time. You need to be up moving and using what muscles you have. I used to weigh 160, and when the dyskinesia set in real bad, I lost 40, 50 pounds in less than a year. I went from a size 16 down to an 8, and I'd never been an 8 in my life. The skin just hangs, you know. I don't even wear a bathing suit anymore. They'd have to put up the danger zone sign. And wear sunglasses or they go blind we can't even do that. But one of the things Parkinson's patients experiences, well, there's a lot of things, is the fact that they know they're slowly dying. To put it simply, okay? And how can you help them or give them any type of encouragement or any type of comfort as a Stephen minister, knowing that this person knows that they're dying? And it won't be the Parkinson's that kills them, but it will be the complications that result as the Parkinson's, because eventually when the muscles all over your body start to shut down, your breathing becomes impaired. You can't swallow. You can't do a lot of the things that you could do. You know, the muscles, every muscle in your body is going to be affected, not just your arms and your legs. Most Parkinson's patients die of pneumonia because they've been in bed and they can't get out anymore. We'll get to that stage. They can't, unless they're manually turned or rolled over, they can't do that, so they're laying in one position, so the lungs and the chest muscles just begin to stop functioning, and the chest fills up with fluid, and that's about it. Yes, sir. My husband walked out the door at 6:30 in the morning, my daughter at 7, and I don't see him again until about 5 in the evening. I thank God every day for my 2 little dachshunds. Heidi and Greta. They really keep me company, yeah.